Srivasade Gaura. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now we continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 19, Text 36. Ebhir Indro Pasamshrishte
Ebhir Indro Upasam
Pakhander Haribhirjanam
Khande Haribhijanam
Kriya Manam Vichakshvenam
Yemanam Vichakshvenam
Yaste Yagya Drug Ashvamat.
Yate Yagyadruk Ashvamut.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Just see how Indra, the king of heaven, was creating a disturbance in the midst of the sacrifice by stealing the sacrificial horse. These attractive sinful activities he has introduced will be carried out by the people in general. Does anyone know who's speaking? Does anyone remember?
Brahmaji.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 3:21, Yad Yad Archati Sheshtas Tad Tad Evetarojana Sa Yad Pramanam Kurute Lokastad Anuvartate. Whatever action is performed by a great man, common men follow in his footsteps. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. So Krishna is giving this verse in the Bhagavad Gita. We can see practically that's what happens, no? We like to follow the people who are famous for something or the other. They have certain opulence, they're good in certain field. Then we get attracted to them and we want to follow. So that's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, whatever action is performed by a great man, common men follow in his footsteps. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Follow now. We also follow on Instagram and we follow on Facebook and we follow, on social media, basically. Whoever we feel has some quality that we get attracted to. So for his own sense gratification, King Indra thought to defeat Maharaj Pṛthu in the performance of 100 horse sacrifices. Consequently, he stole the horse and hid himself amid so many irreligious personalities, taking on the false guise of a sannyasi. Such activities are attractive to the people in general. Therefore, they are dangerous. You see, because we have that tendency to cheat, no? It is, each of us has this tendency to cheat. And so we get attracted. A great person is doing this. Let me also follow. Lord Brahma thought that instead of allowing Indra to further introduce such irreligious systems, it would be better to stop the sacrifice. A similar stance was taken by Lord Buddha when people were overly engrossed in the animal sacrifices recommended by Vedic instructions. Lord Buddha had to introduce the religion of non-violence by contradicting the Vedic sacrificial instructions. Actually, in the sacrifices, the slaughtered animals were given a new life, but people without such powers were taking advantage of such Vedic rituals and unnecessarily killing poor animals. Therefore, Lord Buddha had to deny the authority of the Vedas for the time being. So, why did Lord Buddha, what did Lord Buddha do and why? What was the main reason for Krishna to come as incarnation of Lord Buddha?
To stop sacrificial instruction, Vedic sacrificial instruction.
Yeah,
and animal slaughters, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, why? Why?
Because they were just killing animals for
Yeah.
the other reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, they were not able to actually follow the Vedic sacrifices was that the animal was never killed. He would get a new life. But these brahmanas didn't have the powers and they were just killing the animals in the name of the Vedas. So they were misusing the Vedas. And that's why Lord Buddha said, just don't follow the Vedas, follow me. One should not perform sacrifices that will induce reversed orders. It is better to stop such sacrifices. As we have repeatedly explained, due to a lack of qualified Brahminical priests in Kali Yuga, it is not possible to perform the ritualistic ceremonies recommended in the Vedas. Consequently, the Shastras instruct us to perform the Sankirtan Yajna. By the Sankirtan sacrifice, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his form of Lord Chaitanya, will be satisfied and worshipped. So why we are not recommended to follow these Vedic rituals, Vedic sacrifices?
Because the brahmanas, they are not qualified in this yuga to perform
That's right.
such sacrifices.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. And so what is recommended for us to do?
Sankirtan.
Sankirtan. And then by doing Sankirtan, then by doing Sankirtan, we are both satisfying and worshipping the Lord. We are satisfying the Lord, we are worshipping Him because Lord Chaitanya, He came to inaugurate the Sankirtana movement. Bhagavatam says that in the 11th canto, the verse, Bhagavatam says that intelligent people will worship the Lord by doing the Sankirtan. The entire purpose of performing sacrifices is to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. So why do we do sacrifices? Why is a sacrifice done?
To please the Lord.
That's right. Thank you. Yes, Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, no, that perform sacrifices. All the Vedas are saying perform sacrifice, but the reason to do it is to please the Lord, as you rightly said. So we may think, oh, sacrifices are to please me, so that I can get better facility for enjoyment. But actually, the sacrifices are performed to please the Lord. Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna is present in his form of Lord Chaitanya. Therefore, people who are intelligent should try to satisfy him by performing Sankirtan Yajna. This is the easiest way to satisfy Lord Vishnu in this age. So, because we, in this age of Kali, we do not really have the qualifications to satisfy the Lord in any other way. So, Krishna came himself as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and gave us the chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is the easiest way to satisfy Lord Krishna in this age. And not only that, in this, by chanting the Maha Mantra, Lord Chaitanya has given us the highest. He came to give us Braj Prem, which at other time was not so easily available. Sure, they had available love for God because mantra chanting has always been there in every yuga. Although that was not the only process, it would be accompanied by, say, meditation or by sacrifices or deity worship. Now, in this age, it's only chanting the holy name. But in the other ages, never gave this Braj Prem, in the mood of the gopis. No, it went up to maybe Dasya or Shantaras, somewhere there, or maybe just the beginning of friendship. But this, Lord Chaitanya is giving the highest Madhurya, Prem, Krishna Prem, in the conjugal mode. So, people should take advantage of the injunctions in different shastras concerning sacrifices in this age and not create unnecessary disturbances during the sinful age of Kali. In Kali, men all over the world are very expert in opening slaughterhouses for killing animals which they eat. If the old ritualistic ceremonies were observed, people would be encouraged to kill more and more animals. In Calcutta, there are many butcher shops which keep a deity of goddess Kali, and animal eaters think it proper to purchase animal flesh from such shops in hope that they are eating the remnants of food offered to the goddess Kali. They do not know that the goddess Kali never accepts non-vegetarian food because she is the chaste wife of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is also a great Vaishnava and never eats non-vegetarian food. And the goddess Kali accepts the remnants of food left by Lord Shiva. Therefore, there is no possibility of her eating flesh or fish. Such offerings are accepted by the associates of the goddess Kali, known as Bhutas, Pishachas, and Rakshasas. And those who take the prasad of the goddess Kali in the shape of flesh or fish are not actually taking the prasad left by the goddess Kali, but the food left by the Bhutas and Pishachas. Wow, I never knew that in the butcher shops they are keeping a deity of goddess Kali. But it seems that's what they're doing.
So goddess Kali is not accepting, right?
No,
That's what it
yeah,
says.
she never, yeah,
Then why do
she
they
is
offer
Parvati
it to
Devi.
her? Yeah.
Because actually there is an injunction in the Vedas that once in a month on a particular day, when the moon is particular size, then you offer sacrifice in front of goddess Kali and you chant one mantra that as I'm killing you in this life, next life you can come and you can kill me. And only like that you can eat, like kill the animal yourself and eat it. That because Vedas provide for gradual elevation for everyone. So thinking that, okay, we'll keep doing it, but one day we'll realize, oh my God, what mantra I'm chanting. I'm telling the animal, oh, next life you can come and kill me. What's going to happen? So there is an injunction like that. But then the misuse of the injunction is that keeping the deity of goddess Kali in a butcher shop and thinking that she's accepting this kind of meat. But she is vegetarian. She herself never eats meat. Lord Shiva also never eats meat. He's a vegetarian. He's a Vaishnavam Yatha Shambhu. He's the greatest Vaishnava. So Prabhupada is showing us how we misuse the injunctions of the Vedas. Bhavan paritratum iha vartirno.
Bhavan paritratum iha arvatirno.
Dharmam jnanam samayanurupam.
Dharmam jananam samay anurupam.
Venapacharat avaluptamadya.
Venopchara avyaluptam avluptam.
Tadde hato Vishnu kala sivainya.
Taddehat Vishnu kala asivenya.
O King Pṛthu, son of Vena, you are the part and parcel expansion of Lord Vishnu. Due to the mischievous activities of King Vena, religious principles were almost lost. At that opportune moment, you descended as the incarnation of Lord Vishnu Indeed, for the protection of religious principles, you have appeared from the body of King Vena. The way in which Lord Vishnu kills the demons and protects the faithful is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 4.8. Paritranaya sadhunaham vinashaya chadushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. In order to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yuge Yuge, millennium after millennium, in each yug, Sambhavami, I come myself, I appear myself. For what? Paritranaya sadhunam, to protect the devotees, to deliver them, and vinashaya chadushkritam, to annihilate the demons, and also to re-establish the religious principles, dharma samsthapanarthaya. So we just celebrated Ram Navami yesterday. And Lord Rama, he appeared because his mission was to kill Ravan, and there were so many other demons, to re-establish religious life, to set an example, be the proper example. That's why he came. And Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita. So Pṛthu Maharaj also appeared for this reason. Vena had become too demoniac. In two hands, Lord Vishnu always carries a club and a chakra to kill demons. And in his other two hands, he holds a conch shell and a lotus to give protection to his devotees. So why does Lord Vishnu have four hands? What does he hold in his four hands and why?
Gada and Chakra. He's holding Gada and Chakra.
So Gada and Chakra is for what?
To kill the demons.
And he's also holding in the other two, he's holding the lotus and the conch shell to protect the devotees.
Thank you. When Lord Vishnu appeared in front of Dhruv Maharaj, then he touched that lotus, the conch shell on Dhruv Maharaj's head, no?
Yeah.
And then Dhruv Maharaj was able to offer nice prayers to him. So yeah. And club and chakra, we know that so many times with the Sudarshan chakra, he just kills the demoniac. When his incarnation is present on this planet or in this universe, the Lord kills the demons and protects his devotees simultaneously. Sometimes Lord Vishnu appears in his person as Lord Krishna or Lord Ram. All of these appearances are mentioned in the Shastras. Sometimes he appears as a Shakti-Avesh avatar, like Lord Buddha. I never knew Lord Buddha is a Shakti-Avesh avatar. As explained before, these Shakti-Avesh avatars are incarnations of Vishnu's power invested in a living entity. Living entities are also part and parcel of Lord Vishnu, but they are not as powerful. Therefore, when a living entity descends as an incarnation of Vishnu, he is especially empowered by the Lord. So, yeah, Lord Buddha is mentioned in the Shakti-Avesh avatar category. When King Pṛthu is described as an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, it should be understood that he is a Shakti-Avesh avatar, part and parcel of Lord Vishnu, and is specifically empowered by him. Any living being acting as the incarnation of Lord Vishnu is thus empowered by Lord Vishnu to preach the Bhakti cult. Such a person can act like Lord Vishnu and defeat demons by arguments and preach the Bhakti cult exactly according to the principles of Shastra. So even an empowered pure devotee, Krishna sends his pure devotee as his representative to teach us. Otherwise, how would we know about Bhakti? How will we know about Krishna? How will we know about Golok Vrindavan? How will we know about devotional service? How will we go back home, back to Godhead? So Krishna sends such a empowered personality. As indicated in Bhagavad Gita, whenever we find someone extraordinary preaching the Bhakti cult, we should know that he is especially empowered by Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna. As confirmed in Caitaniya Caritamita, Antya Leela 7.11, Krishna Shakti Vina Nahe Tara Pravartana. So Caitanya Charitamrita says that no one cannot explain the glories of the holy name of the Lord without being specifically empowered by him. So we can see wherever we see pure devotees spreading the glories of the holy name, spreading the glories of Lord Krishna, they are empowered. They're empowered by Lord Krishna, by Lord Chaitanya. If one criticizes or finds fault with such an empowered personality, one is to be considered an offender against Lord Vishnu and is punishable. So this is the first offense to the holy name. Blaspheme the devotee who is engaged in spreading the glories of the holy name of the Lord. Even though such offenders may dress as Vaishnavas with false tilak and mala, they are never forgiven by the Lord if they offend a pure Vaishnava. There are many instances of this in the Shastras. So, the Krishna, he does not take offenses to his pure devotees very lightly. He takes it personally. So this is the bond of love shared by Krishna and his devotee. We are also like that. We are attached to someone, and so some other person criticizes the person we are attached to or says something bad about them. It's our natural tendency. We want to protect them. You'll say, no, how can you say about that person like this? So Krishna also, he likes to protect his devotees. It's a bond of love, after all, between Krishna and his devotee. So Krishna takes it personally. Krishna is very reciprocal, very reciprocal. It's not that he's, as well as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, as one surrenders, to that degree I reveal myself. So the more we try to love Krishna, the more he will love us. He actually loves us beyond a doubt, but the more he will reciprocate with us. Reciprocate with that loving relationship that we have with him. Did you all want to add anything or comment? Or
It's
any
from
question?
the Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, right? Verse 11. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sateva bhajami aham mama vartman. Right? To that
Is it
degree.
for
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, verse 11.
Okay,
Ye
cool.
yatha mam
Thank you.
but as
Yes,
all
that's the word.
sadhaka, I reward them accordingly.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, that's what it is. That is Krishna. So we'll stop here for today.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.